guys, welcome back to Creative Frenzy. Yeah, I've been creating in a frenzy yet again. So I just wanted to show the latest frenzy. I got onto a kick of, wait, I can use that. So that's the name of this video. Wait, I can use that. You know how you have these little things around your house, and before you throw it out into either recycling or garbage or whatever, it's like, wait, I can use that for something. Anything? I don't know. Who knows? So that was my thought. So I've been, collecting things around the house, and it started off with a box that we had stuck in the recycling out in the hallway for, I don't know, for a few days. And I turned it into a spray box, and I taped it to my windowsill, and now I have it by my mixed media desk, table, island, whatever you want to call it. That's what I have now. And there was paper in it that I used for something else. It wasn't tissue paper though. It was more along the lines of, it's thicker than tissue paper, but thinner than regular paper. And it's still packing paper, I guess, but it's white. And I thought I could use that. Wait, right? I can use that. So, and then I got into cleaning up my studio, and then I ran across a whole bunch of coffee filters that I got at the dollar store. I use them for embossing powders, but I haven't embossed anything in like quite some time. So I thought maybe I could do something else with this. So again, it's like, wait, I can use that. And then my daughter had thrown out some makeup sponges. And I said to her, wait, don't throw those out. I can use those. So she washed them all for me, and she dried them off on some paper towels. And I said to her, don't throw out the paper towels, because wait, I can use that. So you get my drift now, right? So anyway, I wanted to show you with the things that I've sort of, hauled out of the garbage or out of the nether regions of a drawer somewhere that I can use for different things. So I just wanted to show you those. And then, let's see, I got into a few other things, and you know how my creative frenzy works. You just keep going until, you have a good little selection of different things. Ta-da! So that's what I've been working on. My studio is a mess again, but that's normal. That's how you know you're having fun. Anyway, so this is a coffee filter. All I did was spray it with some water on my craft mat, and then I flattened it out and I let it dry. Well, I didn't let it dry. I don't have patience for that. So I used the handy dandy heat tool and, dried it off, and then it looks nice and papery. And it looks really good. So that's what it looks like. And you can paint on it, draw on it. You can do whatever you feel like. The first one, or this one that I didn't gesso it, but I gessoed it afterwards because there was a bit of bleeding, as you can see, which made me kind of sad. But I've been watching some different artists on YouTube. What she's been doing, she's been creating these gorgeous little scenes with stamps and things like that. So I wanted to try that too, and that's what I did on here. I could use it in my scrapbook or my art journal or whatever, or I might just leave it as is and just tuck it away somewhere. But I thought it was so cute. This dog lying here reminds me of my dog, so that's what I figure I'd do. And then with those, with the paper, I just tore off a piece and I did little things on those too. Now, I'm not entirely happy with this, so I might cover this up with another butterfly and see what I can come up with. But I speckled some, this is where my spray box came in nice and handy. I speckled some gold paint over top of it, and I really like the effect of it. It really does show nicely in the light. And then this one again, because I used my new Splashbox, you know, it's great. I can do all this now without it getting all over my phone or, you know, other things that it shouldn't be on, like my clothes. Then I got into scraps. As we all know, we have tons and tons and tons of scraps. And I have a big scrap bin, and then a medium scrap bin, and then I have a small scrap bin. Because the more you use the bigger ones, then you make smaller ones, and then smaller ones. And then I collect it, and then after a while you have to ask yourself, is this really worth keeping? And then I recycle it. So, but I had all these strips of paper in my scrap box. So I decided to do a little bit of weaving, and I decoupaged this napkin of this spring flower wreath or whatever. I might go over it with a pen and outline some of these, or I might go over it with some marker or maybe even some watercolor. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided, so I'm just going to leave it as is and then, you know, see what comes out of it. I could always cut it up and use it for collage or whatever, but again, you know, don't throw it out. You just use it in different ways. And then a couple of weeks ago, I got my jelly plate out and I made, I swear, about 100 of these jelly plate paper prints. Now, I tried it out with rice paper first, and then I tried it with photocopy paper. And then my next one is to try it with coffee filters. So my next session might have a bunch of these where I've flattened them out, and then I'll try them for that. Because I think these would actually really look nice with the jelly plate. So anyway, let's make some room here. And I will show you. Oh, look at this. Look at this yumminess. Oh my goodness. So I'm very happy how these turned out. And these are the ones I'm going to use for the most part, because these turn out the best. The more you get the hang of it, the more you understand how much you sort of want to put on and things like that. It's the first time using my jelly plate, so it's kind of nice to practice and play with it. So I did try it on some rice paper, and it didn't turn out too badly. And then, you know, use your little scrap pieces of paper too, because they're good for collage. So this is rice paper. As you can see, not all of it worked out well. I think this was like a second printing or something like that. But you can tell it was just more smush. It was too wet. So, and then it got a little bit better. And then this has a bit of glitter to it. I don't know where the glitter came from, but I thought it looked really pretty. But this would look nice as a background for something or other. So, and then I was in my living room and I was looking at my bookshelf, and I realized there's books on there that I really don't do anything with. So what I decided to do was take one of those books, and it was an old, it's not a dictionary, it's more along the lines of where words come from and how they developed into other words. So it's a dictionary companion, whatever thingy. Anyway, so I started ripping that apart and started drawing on it. So I've been practicing my faces. And I'm still not the greatest at it, but I find it's easier to sketch and draw on printed paper because you're less worried about perfection, because the print sort of hides the imperfections, if that makes sense. So I had a lot of fun doing that. I mean, obviously some are better than others, you know. I mean, this would be way too big for decoupage, or for art journaling and things like that. But I was just having fun with some different sketches and things like that. So that's what I did. And then this is my latest one. I did this one yesterday. It's sort of me drowning in water. I thought it was appropriate because I feel like I'm kind of drowning in my own thoughts at the moment. So anyway, I wanted to show a sketchbook, a new sketchbook that I've started. Now it's a little bit different, excuse me, because what I've done is I've taken a dollar store sketchbook, and I've turned it into an art journal, but not just a regular art journal. So what I've done is I've taken an old photo book, like a coffee book from Pictures Across Canada, and obviously we're in lockdown again, so we can't really travel, but I'm more of a homebody than anything else, so I don't travel a lot anyway, but living vicariously through pictures is always a lot of fun. So what I've done is I've taken all the pictures out of the book, or most of them, and then I've turned them into, so I've trimmed them and put them into this book. I've got every page filled with one of these. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to mat my little collages, or my little whatchamacallits. Come on, Sasha, think of the word. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. So this is sort of how I'm feeling right now. This is, I didn't print it out. I drew it myself, but it's by Gretel Lusky. Gretel Lusky on Pinterest. If you look her up, I love her artwork. And this is basically how she captured how I was feeling right now. It's like I am physical distancing. It's basically a mermaid in a bottle. How much more physical distancing can you get, right? So, and then this is a picture of Atlantic Canada that was in that picture book, and I thought it was gorgeous with this. So this is one of the jelly print plates, and then this I cut out from another jelly print plate, and then these I cut out from another one yet. So it's all my own paperwork, right? So it's kind of interesting how it all goes together. So that's the idea behind this book. So there's one other picture in here. Where did I put it? I should have just put a little sticky in here. Ah, there it is. Life is such a beautiful mess. So this is the other one. So, I'm having fun with sort of coming up with where I would like to stick each of these little pieces, and just, have fun with it. So this is my next one, and I'm not sure where to put it yet, so I don't know if I want to put it on something like this, but you can see how these pictures lend themselves really nicely to sort of an abstract kind of background. So it's collaging, but on a much grander scale, or a bit larger scale. I don't know if this makes sense, but that's sort of the idea that I had. So I just, see how each picture would be slightly different in feel and how it would look. And it doesn't matter if it has a picture of something else there, because it just becomes more abstract in the background, and it becomes more of a surreal kind of thing. But I thought this blue would look really pretty too. And then, you can sort of figure out where you want things to go. I thought this would look really nice too, with the grass and the sky. I don't know, I was just having fun with it. A lot of these would look really nice. Whoops. This one would be really pretty too. It's just the night sky. There we go. I think we found our spot. So night sky it is. So anyway, yeah, that's basically what I've decided to do. So yeah, as I said, the title of this video is Wait, I Can Use That. So I had this sketchbook sitting on my shelf for a while, and I had this picture book sitting on my shelf for a while, and I decided to put them both to good use. In this case, it's just putting all my little jelly plate prints to better use than just sitting there collecting dust. I mean, a week and a half, how much dust can you really collect? But I'm kind of happy to use them now so that I can fill up this book and, at the end of the year, look at it and just be surprised how much work I've done. I find sometimes working on something small, like these, works really well because it's not as overwhelming, I find. So when you take a piece of scrap paper, you don't feel bad if you mess up, right? Because it's just recycled paper. You can use it for collage, you can put it in your journal, you can put it in your bullet journal as a title for, you know, the month or whatever. You could just have fun with it, and you don't have to take it too seriously. And I like doing it on a smaller scale, so I have a better idea of, you know, how certain products work, and just experiment and see how I feel about products. So how it would react with water, or, you know, with different paints and things like that. Now, I did gesso this one. I haven't gessoed these, but the face, this one I did because I wanted to be able to draw over top of it. So I use clear gesso for this. And then you can make your own white gesso if you wanted to just sort of, you know, cover up a page. So again, you know, I've been doing a lot of different little things. So here I used white gesso as the background and then watercolor over top. So it just really works nicely because it's a lot softer than acrylic paint. So that's what I did. I've just been having fun with it. And then this journal, this art journal is a little bit different. This one was sitting on my shelf because it was my daughter's and she never used it anymore. Well, she used it for a little bit and then she wanted to throw it out. I said, well, I don't want to just throw it out. So wait, I can use that. So I'm using it as an art journal. I've never had to wreck this journal or anything like that. So, you know, I just started following whatever the instructions were and then just playing around. And in this one, I cut out some circles so that you could see from one page to the next. Oh, yeah, I'm in there. So I thought it'd be fun to sort of show you that you can just do different little things. So yeah, it says here, pour, spill, drip, spit, fling your coffee, right? So I did, and I just have a little thing, a little sticker that I had, and a little coffee mill stamp, and then I did paint with some coffee that I had left over in my cup. So yeah, and then I went over top of it with other colors, but you know, it's fun. And then this one, you know, not everything needs a title, but this one's just more fun, more colorful. I have a lot of texture in the background because I used the rice paper and I just glued it down. I just had a lot of fun with it. And then this just turned into a giant eye. Don't ask. It just happens. You know, you go with the flow. When you're in the mood, you just go with it. And yeah, I just had fun drawing faces, just, you know, improving my own sketching abilities. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Like I said, it's been a lot of fun, and using my wait, I can use that kind of mentality and thinking outside the box and having fun with it. So like I said, think outside the box. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.